Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an astral called Recab's Wedge.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakamisama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, young paladin from Brawl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Seal and Mortar. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Hey there, I'm Sakad. I play Lafdul Moonglade, an elven specialty priest and thief multiclass from Realm Space. His gimmick is coming up with fun titles, and today's title was The Pouting Preacher, because he's definitely upset. And he needed something related to him. He's a preacher, so sort of. He only preaches to elves.
So Leva's the target. I see. Thank you for
She runs
those
away.
bits, Anghammarand. So we left off last time. The party had been traveling through the Phlogiston. They finally convinced their good friend, who was just a little bit of a burden, Cantro, the Radiant Dragon, that maybe he should be visiting someone other than themselves. May have overstayed his welcome just a tiny bit. And they convinced him to leave. If you want to have some influence on the survivability of the players, those of you out there, 500 bits will get the player or myself of your choice a reroll. Currently, rerolls stand at Braxon has 2, Finn has 0, Ockar has 2, Lafdul has 0, Leva has 3, Solas has 1. I, the Dungeon Master, only have 8, and I really do feel that number needs to be higher.
8.
8.
Don't complain about him having 8, or he'll give him some more.
I agree with Dracophile. 10 more than he deserves. That's exactly what it is.
Nope. I deserve all of the rerolls. So we left off last time. The party had also just sighted the crystal shell of another sphere coming up. You're still a bit of time away from that, however. You'd estimate a day or so from getting there. Everyone should be fully healed, so if your characters are not fully healed, you can go ahead and do so. And increase your hit points to max.
Yep. I thought I'd wait until...
I thought Braxon was still reeling from that traumatic experience of having a dragon in his bedroom.
It's been a couple days.
I think you'll find Braxon would be reeling from the dramatic experience of somebody making his bed stink.
that I think is the bigger thing, yeah.
I think probably he had to have the windows open, and then you got the problem that like scavers would come in and like eat the bed.
You can always blame the dragon for making your bed stink.
Old?
Oh, that's gonna get him to come back. Yes.
Do we now have a hall with a seat in it?
Yes, but it's going to interfere with movement around on the front deck, so I imagine that Braxon has already gotten crew to begin correcting it.
Is it at least comfortable?
Well, what I originally said
to
Ald was, can we cut that out as one item and sell it?
No.
Because he said it was exceptionally ornate and comfortable.
Yeah, the problem is
it was exceptionally ornate and comfortable for a very specific person, like completely form-fitted to his posterior.
Has he got 3 buttocks or something?
No, it's just the...
we could sell it, especially for dragon battles.
Yeah.
Dragon behinds only.
It wouldn't be as comfortable for anyone else.
Mm.
It's got ridges in the wrong places and everything like that. So
Exactly, like he's got 3 buttocks.
no,
like I said.
not that's no.
I mean, dragons really like their ridges.
God.
I don't know. They're not a big fan of ruffles.
Big Mac, stop trying
so
to
no,
make fan fiction happen.
the big thing is that like it will interfere with movement around out there. So you would want that removed. And
How structurally weak is that area? Because it absorbed the wood into a chair.
I'll be
well, that's why you need to replace the wood, and that's why you can't just
oh
cut it
yeah.
out.
Hang on, didn't somebody say we could use shape wood to put it back as it was without?
I could do it when we're, well, either me or Finn can do it when we're back inside a sphere. I don't think it's urgent that it's done right away, though. I mean, I could, but
I can't remember. I don't think it was
Actually,
effective
I
any of the
do have a shape wood memorized at the moment.
So it interferes with movement, but it's not like gonna mess things up. It's just something that you would want to get taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, like
I find
eventually within a couple weeks, kind of thing.
what
Okay.
I find interesting is that the dragon avoided hitting the chair he made with his tail.
we weren't there.
I guess. Well, he still might have hit it. We don't know. I guess. Thanks, Finn. I guess we should save that spell if you can't prepare it out unless you're inside the sphere. In case we need it for something else, and then when we get through the crystal sphere wall, we can deal with it then.
Very well.
Just in case, just in case we get attacked before we get in the sphere and something important gets damaged.
Yeah. So also like if you were to remove it, it would lose its own structural integrity because it relies on that portion of the ship to give it structural integrity.
No, that's cool. You already said that.
It is weakening that part of the ship a bit. So, like, you do want it.
Sounds silly. It can't be like cut away, then replaced afterwards when we got the spell memorized to reabsorb itself into the ship.
I mean, you can just reabsorb it back into the ship when it's done. It's an annoyance right now for the crew. That's what it is.
I wouldn't want to make structural damage to the ship in order to get out a chair that falls apart in a load of plank-like divisions.
Well, so it wouldn't fall apart, but it would have no it's coming out of the curved hull. That's what's supporting it. It has no legs, so you can't cut it out and use it as a separate chair. You need to go find another curved hull to put it onto to give it stability kind of thing. So that's why you can't take it out and sell it. And if you did just cut it out now, then you got a big gaping hole in the hull.
Yeah, exactly, which we wouldn't want to do.
Right. So
no, that's cool. I just thought if it was artistic and valuable, it might be something we would think about trying to pull out and sell. But you've already said it isn't. So
I mean, it's nothing that someone else couldn't make, and the big thing is that it just wouldn't fit anywhere else. And this isn't an environment where just any old thing is eventually going to become an antique kind of thing.
I think at least once, Brax is going to sit in that chair and eat his dinner.
Okay, that's fine. You're constantly shifting yourself. You're constantly shifting around in there,
But he's going to be
trying to get comfortable. Oh no, I can't quite get comfortable, kind of thing.
This is my ship. If anyone gets to sit out eating dinner, it's going to be me. He's also going to ask Ockar if he wants to sit on the chair, but I don't know whether Ockar is interested. I think Ockar's a bit more.
I'm almost thinking that would be a perfect time to shape wood on it.
Yeah, why don't you just bind them in or something?
You could do that. Like,
Well-
if someone were sitting in a chair like that, you could shape wood to
Go.
bind them in or something.
The problem is that spell. It's not exactly a fast spell.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of spells that you don't need to.
And you blow sawdust over them, I guess.
Well, you
It's,
can still try to
uh,
surprise them. Anyway, so you've got about a day before getting to the crystal sphere wall. Is there anything in particular that?
How long? Sorry,
1 day.
One?
You think?
We were that close. I thought we were a week off.
No. Some time has passed since the dragon left.
Oh, how much time? Because I haven't been doing my spell research ticking off since then. I stopped it at that point.
Let me look.
No. Because that's going to affect everyone else's spell research as well.
Yeah, I know I gave you this information though.
You did?
Yes, I
Am
know I
I,
did.
was I the only one who didn't listen?
I don't
I
know.
thought it was. I was asking Lever and Solas. Did you count off extra days?
I have. Let me see.
No,
Yeah,
since the end.
I have plus 3 days. When we were last disturbed, plus, and then it was 3 days later.
Yeah.
That's what I put then.
So 3 more days.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm
did mention,
personally, I am at 35 days with all the ones I lost, etc.
Because I failed my check right at the ends of the dragon thing, but I didn't pass 3 more days since we were
Then
traveling.
put 3 more days on.
Yeah.
I mean, yes,
Yeah,
you were
I-
close to the crystal sphere when you kicked him off, but it
Which
was a
is
few
so
days.
unfortunate timing.
Well, I mean, did you really want 3 more days? Of him
I mean,
interrupting you?
the only reason we kicked him off because we didn't know if we were going to be here for like another
Right.
month or so. We just got
Right.
unlucky with the timing.
All right. So, is there anything that you guys want to do in particular with, a day
Yeah.
leading up to the crystal shell, changing up spells, that kind of thing?
Solas does prepare himself the detect powers and contact home power.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done that. That's kind of
Yeah, Finn
routine
would do
thing.
that too.
Braxon would be, apart from the smell being horrible, Braxon would be doing an inspection of the front of the ship where the dragon slapped the ship, and he's cabbing, maybe looking around a little bit around the other ship, rest of the ship, just to make sure there's not anything that might cause us problems were we to go through the crystal sphere and immediately get attacked by pirates.
Okay. So I believe that you guys did get some spells cast to repair the ship already. So the ship's back at full.
Yeah,
Hull points?
Okay, yeah.
I did
Yeah.
that.
And Braxon, you had to completely rearrange your room because he moved all of your furniture around.
Yeah. Okay. So Braxton will see whether the dragon stole anything.
As far as you can tell,
quick-
everything is intact. He just moved stuff around.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Let's. So this dragon was less of a thief than the last dragon, but ruder.
The last dragon wasn't rude at all.
Yeah.
Solas would suggest doing inventory in the
Wait.
strong room also.
Wasn't the last dragon the one that we fought against the green dragon?
He meant Jewel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Last dragon to travel with you.
I don't say Jill because it causes Lafdul PTSD.
Lafdul stares off into space.
That's when
With a
Lafdul
fludge of stuff.
That's when Lafdul stares off into the distance and sharpens his knives.
I just want my stuff back. I don't necessarily want her dead or anything. Yeah, she robbed us, but I just want to get my stuff back. That's all.
Oh, he's moved on a bit. He doesn't want her dead anymore.
I don't think I ever did.
You did.
Yeah, the thing is, that's a heat of the moment kind of thing. You're annoyed, you know. You don't actually follow through with it necessarily.
You know, the God of Dragons can hear that sort of stuff. I
In the
don't think we're
flow?
talking. I don't know if we're talking. Well, I don't know. Who knows? You know, Ptar can hear people in the flow because he created the crystal spheres.
Based on what everyone in the party has told about your encounter with Jewel, Solas just figures out that Lafdul has some kind of unrepresented crush on Jewel. And that's why he thinks her so much.
Don't know how that started.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything in particular, preparing for the arriving at the crystal sphere?
Braxon would just go over the drills for what we're going to do, going through everyone alertness.
We could try cheering up the crew a bit. I mean, the crew's going to be generally happy, but
Oh, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
once the dragon left, they cheered up because it's like, hey, that arrogant jerk isn't around anymore, kind of thing.
Let's have a party. Yeah, as well as sitting in that chair, Braxton's going to encourage anyone else who wants to sit in the chair to sit in the chair before we get rid of it, starting with the officers and then working down.
And like Solas, I mentioned previously, Solas would suggest doing an inventory in the whole ship, including the strong room,
Yeah, we could do that.
to see if the dragon stole anything.
That's probably.
Yeah, we can do an inventory check. I guess one day we'll spend doing inventory.
I don't think we've fully rebuilt the prison room yet, have we?
No, you've already restored that to crew quarters.
Okay.
That would have happened like right after you, back in the previous crystal sphere.
Right.
And it wouldn't have taken very long. Okay, so you are about a day away, and approaching it, and it's still like you have the sense of motion, but it's already quite large ahead of you, so you can't really even from this point see much of the curvature of the crystal sphere and stuff like that. So it's already like this giant, vast black wall looming in the distance ahead of you.
And there's no features on the wall at all?
Nope, there never is. Or at least you guys have never been to a crystal sphere that you can tell anything about it from the outside.
Obviously this will happen when we go through the portal, or if we have to make one. But my augury works in the flow, doesn't it?
I believe so.
Pretty sure it does, because it wasn't. It's like I cast a spell and it's like it's influenced by my deity, the dice or whatever, but it's like at the same time not. It's just a spell. I don't know how.
I don't. Most divinations work just fine. Specifically ones like Contact Home Power, not Contact Home Power, Contact Other Plane, and Commune. I'm pretty sure those don't work because you are
Divine Intervention doesn't. No, Divine Inspiration doesn't work either.
Yeah.
7th level Thought Sphere. I think Genius. I don't know. I think Genius works still.
And Idea. Speaking of Idea, I did want to make a thing rather than like using that preemptively as just a routine thing.
It's more of a have we forgotten anything kind
well,
of
yeah,
stuff.
that's the point. My thing is like, right, but the thing is like I'm still supposed to give you information, but I actually don't know what you know and don't know unless it's pretty clear that you don't know something that I've given you, kind of thing. So my recommendation on that spell's use is you can definitely use it to try and like if you guys are at an impasse on trying to decide on how to do something, that might be a good thing that can break an impasse.
Yeah.
So that's just been in the back of my mind for a couple weeks now, and I've just been forgetting to mention it. I'm double checking augury. Yep, works normally in both the wild space and the phlogiston. So. If you're worried about pirates upon entering the crystal sphere, though, keep in mind that, as far as you know, this is like an unknown river.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because
no, I just mean
the last sphere that you've been in, they didn't, no one had, so far as they knew, had come out of the portal, and no one had left the crystal sphere through that portal. So unless people are coming out into the into this phlogiston river through a portal and then just leaving the river, which is generally considered a suicide action.
Yeah. What I generally mean is Braxon will make it clear to the crew that when it gets to the whatever time it is when we get to the sphere, everyone who's off duty or asleep or whatever will be on duty, will put their clothes and armor on, will have all the weapons ready just in case.
Yeah.
And then once we get through the sphere and we're sure that nothing's happening, everyone off duty goes straight back to bed.
Right. I was just also in terms of like the augury. If you're worried about a pirate attack on the other side of the crystal shell.
Oh yeah.
It would have to be a coincidence
just be a
of someone
generic
passing by kind of thing. So.
Yeah, Braxon.
I could use it as like a hint for like
Braxon.
Will we be attacked within the next half an hour? Or would I say it like, would we expect danger in the next half an hour?
You'd be more like, do you expect danger within the next half hour?
Yeah.
Braxon would definitely be saying to the spellcasters if you're able to detect if there's anything dangerous. Like we might fly into like a big gelatinous cube that's sitting across a portal or something.
About entering the crystal sphere, I was under the impression that it was generally we did it during the shift change time when everyone was awake.
Yeah, generally.
I mean, you can specifically wait for that if you want. It's up to you. You can also like when you get to a planet, you basically have to adjust to whatever their local time is anyway.
Yeah.
So if you end up like shortening a shift and just being like, all right, it's only been 8 hours, but we're at the crystal shell, so this is the shift changeover kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
Yeah, I think we'd be more likely to do that. Like if we arrived 1 hour after Braxon went to sleep, and then Ockar left the ship right near the crystal sphere wall for like 3/4 of a shift before waking Braxon up, that would just be stupid. Yeah, it'd be like we'll stay up a bit late, but like we can't tell exactly how close we are to the sphere. So it'd be more a case of, we're going to go to bed.
Yeah, generally, because it has absolutely no features, like you can tell that it's getting closer, but you still have no real sense of distance.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
That's why Braxton's looking for features, just in case.
Yeah.
Like normally he can't see features, but like you never know. We might meet one that's got. There's realm space has got words on the inside of the sphere wall.
Yeah, but that's on the inside.
Yeah, I know, but there might be something that's got something on the outside.
Right, but to be clear, like that would be like if you stepped out of your house right now, you personally, Big Mac, stepped out of your house and there was a unicorn eating the grass.
I guess also I don't know how big a unicorn is if I've never seen one. So even if we saw a pattern on the outside of the sphere wall.
Well, right, but what I mean is like there has never been a report. There has never
Yeah.
been a rumor of anything on the exterior of a crystal sphere. If you found one that had that, it would be literally unprecedented. Monumental.
The discovery of centuries.
Like, you would have just discovered something that, so far as everyone knew, was literally impossible. Like walking outside and there is a unicorn.
Yeah.
Maybe
Basically,
even better,
you
you
would
walk
find-
outside and someone is just there floating in the air, kind of thing. Like it's unprecedented. It's never been seen before, and so I to be clear, like I don't know that Braxon would be looking for features on this, because it would be like you saying every day before you go outside, I'm going to keep an eye out for a unicorn.
Okay.
Basically,
all right. Well, he's
discovering,
also he's also looking for monsters and stuff.
Yeah,
on
that's-
the out of the sphere,
And
side
that's
of the sphere.
perfectly
looking for anything.
reasonable.
basically you discovering a sphere with features on the outside would be pretty much discovering a sphere that no one no one in the known space has entered.
Well, this is one we've never entered.
But it would be one that no one has. No one that
Mhm.
has any contact with with anyone else, kind of thing,
Yeah.
has ever seen.
Yeah.
It would be a crystal sphere that literally you would be the first people there.
Yeah.
And it would be completely unprecedented. So that's just what I'm trying to get at it by.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying,
Okay.
and I'm not being argumentative. It's just Braxon is looking at the work of Patar with these crystal spheres, because Patar made the spheres. So he's looking at the creation of his god.
Right. No, and being looking at them in wonder is perfectly fine and stuff like that. I just wanted to be very clear that
okay. So he would,
if you're saying that Braxon is looking for features on the exterior of this sphere, it's like even better than saying that you're going outside looking for a unicorn. It's like you're going outside looking for something that, like, you create a word for something that has never been seen before.
Yeah.
Like you're going outside looking for a flooferdum.
All right.
And you know exactly what a flooferdum is.
Okay.
So, I'm just trying to explain.
Yeah. I'm not being argumentative, but like there might be portals that are open, stuff like that. He might be able to see a portal or anything like that. If there's so he'd be kind of looking for that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Are they visible? Pools?
Not from very far away.
Yeah, when you get close enough there. It's like if you're looking at a black wall, you don't know how far away the black wall is, but you think it's getting nearer. If there's a portal, it will start off as a dot, won't it? And then you go, is that a portal? And you'd head towards it.
So, but you won't be able to see them until you drop down to tactical speed, and you'll know
I'm
when
not
you
sure
drop to
how
tactical speed.
portals are represented in this.
So
they could be anything.
so portals on the exterior of a crystal sphere is like
a wavy shimmer.
No, it can vary from sphere to sphere, but it's pretty subtle. It's not like a bright spot or anything like that, because they're also not strictly physical. It's not like you're opening an actual door. It's more like a visible portion that you can pass through, kind of thing. Because they even though ships can pass in and out, Phlogiston doesn't.
Yeah.
So they're not like an actual, have a can in your hand, pop the top kind of thing you can stick your finger in. It's not like that. It would be like if you don't pop the top on your soda can, but you can still drink out of it. But only through the mouth of the can, if that makes sense.
There is one thing Solas would do before we enter the crystal sphere.
All right.
He would cast his Create Food and Water since he doesn't want to let the spell go waste, so he would top off either our food or water supplies.
All right, probably food, because you have other ways of getting water.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
go ahead
you.
and add that to your food total then.
It creates 1 cubic feet per level, and 1 cubic feet feeds 3 human-sized creatures. So it would be, let's see,
How many man days?
27, isn't it?
yeah,
27 man days.
yeah, 27 man days.
So you can go ahead and add that.
Yeah. Put on the,
It's blunt but extremely nourishing.
Yeah.
Basically, it has everything you need.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
fortified rice.
yeah, it's something like that, but like fortified white rice kind of thing. All right, so you're on second shift, definitely approaching the crystal
so
shell.
is it 47 man days of food?
27.
Sorry, 27. Thanks. Second shift.
Yeah, so you're on second shift, and that is Nemeriel on the helm, Leva, Braxon, and Lafdul. And so Braxon, would you be on the upper deck on the shuttle, or would you be down on the foredeck?
I think he would probably be on the upper deck so he can keep watch looking backwards.
Okay.
And I think Braxon will have Hularat to be looking for monsters. I think what he'll do is he'll have Hularat sit on his head and look behind him, so he's got eyes in the back of his head, so to speak, or his
Okay.
shoulder.
Shoulder
I
would
doubt having
probably be
giant
more
troll on your
comfortable.
head.
Sorry?
Shoulder would probably be more comfortable.
Yeah, I think shoulder would be more comfortable.
So his
And
claws
yeah,
aren't digging into your
I'll-
scalp,
Mm.
Yeah.
You wear a helmet, don't you?
which has thin skin.
Yeah, but he might, even if he's wearing a helmet, the Hularat would drop off.
The shoulder is also easier for a bird to perch on, I think.
Yeah.
It's a little bit round. It's narrower. All right, so you're about 4 hours into a second shift, and you drop out of spelljamming speed, but you can definitely tell that you're not close enough to the crystal shell for it to
Okay.
be the shell that caused you to drop out of spelljamming speed. Crew is
right,
crew on
okay.
watch is looking around when one member shouts to you, "Captain, galleon ahead, sir. It appears to be on a heading roughly in our direction."
Okay.
A
Which
galleon
shift is it
heading
right now?
towards us.
Roughly.
What shift are we on?
Second.
Second shift. so you're
Second
in-
shift, but
you're
we're
in
all
bed.
active.
Well,
No,
you
we're
wouldn't
not
be
all up
no, you wouldn't be
because
active yet. Because you haven't gotten to the crystal shell yet.
the plot was everyone on first shift will go to bed and will be woken up when we got to the shell. So we've got an encounter a bit early.
I mean, Lafdul will probably be in the library still doing spell research. I mean, he's active, but
Same for Leva.
Braxon would send a runner to the library and send another runner to Ockar to let them know ship ahoy.
No one to wake up Finn.
all Solas.
I mean, Solas is sleeping next to the library, so
Well, spellcasters, we won't wake up if we don't have to.
We haven't used our spells, generally speaking, or any spells we have. We've already recovered.
Okay,
We're going to
well, the same-
recover.
The same runner that goes to Ockar will go to the other two. Will go to Ockar Where is Finn closer or Solas closer?
I mean, Sola sleeps next to the library.
Okay, so
Level
the
just
person
walks past the door and bangs on Solas's door and
Yeah,
says,
the person-
Solas, wake up.
the person
Pretty
that
much.
wakes up. Yeah, so basically the messengers will go in that.
Captain,
other
something
people.
seems to be off about that ship. I can't tell what it is.
Right, Braxon's going to signal to the ship.
It's not a ghost ship, is it?
Yeah, it might be.
We've encountered a galleon ghost ship before, haven't we? If I remember. Was it as a ghost something? We might have fled from it.
He's going to say
Oh, it's been ages.
this is the hilt out of wherever it was we just come from.
Erical
Who
space.
are you? Erical space. What is your name and where are you from?
You do not get a signal back.
Okay, so we'll get the weapons manned. We'll go to
Did you have
yellow alert.
Did you look at with the spyglass to see what they are?
Yeah, Braxton's going to be looking at the spyglass because he's signaling. So he'll look at the spyglass to see the signal coming back.
I'd probably be heading up to deck, grabbing some equipment from my room.
All right. So it definitely appears to be on a course coming towards you. And looking at it through the spyglass, yeah, it looks like you can see phlogiston through it. It appears to be transparent or translucent. The rigging and sails are tattered and just fluttering.
Right, might be a ghost ship. Braxton's going to call down to the helm room. And so I'm just about to head downstairs, shift over to port a bit. There's a ship that's
let's
coming towards us.
Bring you over to the tactical map.
Yeah.
I despise fighting
So
undead.
Braxton basically going to say to the helm room, there's a ship that's heading towards us. I'm not sure if they're trying to intercept us. Head over to port somewhat, so we can see whether they match our movements.
Shouldn't our ship be in full
In full what?
full hit points?
Oh, right.
Yeah, it should be.
Hang on.
So the elven vessels have dropped out behind you, by the way. We'll go ahead and pull up the...
Let me get
turn
the
tracker.
character sheet up. Yeah, we're 2 down. Right. Okay.
Oh, question.
There's a sort function.
Solas, you used your mending on our catapults. Were they repaired? Was it blisters? 2 of them were destroyed or damaged to a certain point.
No, they are not repaired yet.
So what was it? Blisters?
The
Will
catapults.
Braxon tell the rest of the group that it seems like it's a ghost ship?
Well, he's heading down the stairs at the moment, so he'll be passing the room that Lever and Lafdul were in, and he'd pick them up on the way past, unless they're getting armored up or anything.
Isn't that going upstairs?
He was
I
on
would
the
grab
top.
my rod from my room, one against ghosts and lightning and sun.
Basically, yeah, go.
Well, we should try to evade the ship, right, and get to the sphere. Isn't that right?
I think we should regroup with the elves.
Yeah.
Since we have a damaged weaponry.
We don't.
Yes, yeah.
And the odds are non-magical weaponry won't even touch a ghost ship anyway. Most likely, I'd assume.
Have we got damaged weaponry?
Yes.
We couldn't
From the
repair it.
dragon.
Catapults
Right.
got destroyed,
okay.
remember?
Right. Sorry. Okay.
Also,
yeah.
then we take 2 hull damage from the dragon hitting us or something.
That's already been.
Hull damage was fixed.
Okay.
So hang on. About 3 people asked things at the same time. So to answer Solas, Braxon was on the top deck so that he could see behind us as well as in front of us.
Ah.
So now he's moving down. So he's going past where the research lab is. So he doesn't know whether they're still in there or not. So he pop his head in the door. Are the spellcasters still in the research lab area?
I would
Or-
be.
Yeah.
Because I'm
So-
doing spell research, so I'm available.
So he'd say, it looks like we're headed towards a ghost ship. I've asked the helm to move us to the port to see if they're tracking us. So we might have a fight on our hands.
They're probably magically drawn to us, so there's no avoiding that. You either outrun them or you fight them.
Yeah. Well, Braxon's now heading downstairs because he wants to be on the front deck.
I would have ran to my room, I guess, at this point.
All right, so at this point, I need you guys to roll initiative for the ship, and
Okay.
things need to happen
Yep.
in initiative order.
Okay.
Lafdul's running.
So just
for his
do.
thing.
Oh, someone else has done it. Well done.
Sorry, I was rolling for myself. Sorry. Yeah, no, you want to do ship initiative. What's that? It's like +7 or something, isn't it?
Plus 12.
Oh wow. Roll +12.
Well, just add 12 onto it.
Well, I didn't intend to roll the ship thing. Now that was
No, it's much
intentional.
better now.
All right.
Okay, so basically Braxon ordered the ship to go like here, sort of this row.
Starboard's right, port's left. Yeah.
So real fast,
Yeah.
if I click this, can you guys click the sort button, or does that actually work for you?
Button.
The
On the
sword button.
I
I'm thinking
sword.
now it's not doing anything.
Okay.
yeah, it might need also more than those
It's-
two.
I don't know the sort buttons.
I don't even know where it is.
It's on
It's
It's
top
in the
of
turn
turn
order.
It's
order.
in the turn order thing, right next to count.
I don't know if the sort button's doing anything because
Oh,
I can.
salt. Sorry, I was mishearing that for sword.
I'll try the third time. I don't know if the sort button's doing anything when I click it because you've hidden everything except the blade.
No, you
Yeah,
also
we
have to
don't
turn a
see.
number.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Well,
that doesn't do anything.
So it doesn't do anything. Okay, good. I
No.
just wanted to
We-
make sure that it
No.
didn't do anything for you guys. That
Okay.
you couldn't click it and mess it up. Because did it just change for you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me.
So it does work
Yes.
for me. All right.
Oh.
That's a new feature. So I needed to find out how that worked. All right. So the
Interrupt.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
You might want to look at the count if you put in stuff that we shouldn't see, that we still see that we can still see the count or not.
What does it say for you?
It says count
It-
2.
Yes.
That's good.
Count 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It does hide
Yeah.
things that you can't see then.
Okay.
Yeah, I see the blade in turn number.
All right. Let's see. Do.
I can resize the turn order.
That's
That
fine.
still works.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's been a feature forever, I think.
Oh, I know, but it looks different now.
All right. So you wanted to turn to the port.
Yeah.
So go ahead and move your ship.
I don't know if we can go just like here and here. And I forgot how many moves we can make.
3.
3. Oh,
And
we need one to move.
Yeah.
one turn
one
was
to
free.
turn. And you do get a free turn at the
Yeah.
end if you want.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I think we'll carry on going that way. Oh, it's heading to intercept. Okay.
And it's-
So will Braxon get downstairs this round?
Yes.
Okay.
You can basically get
Um,
anywhere
heading.
you want on your ship in
Yeah. Cool.
one
Lafdul's
round.
going to be in his room on this turn.
Okay, so the remaining weapons are the ballista.
Yeah.
But we kind of need to turn a bit towards them to use them, don't we? Oh, we got to roll initiative again anyway.
Yep.
Play initiative plus 12.
Has anyone woken Finn up yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're awake now.
the person that woke
Okay.
Ockar up went to woke up Finn afterwards. And you're being told that it's a unexpected encounter.
Solas
Brax-
wasn't told anything except that he should wake up because we didn't know.
Lafdul just
the-
lagged that
the-
out. You've kind of
the-
forgot.
You were all
The-
woken up, indicating that a ship was sighted. At the
Okay.
very least.
All right,
The
so
ru-
I'm passing that on to Solas.
The runner would have gone to Solas, even if you did. Braxon will send another runner to tell Ockar, looks like a ghost ship, ghost galleon. It's heading to intercept us. We're firing weapons. And yeah, we'll fire weapons. What have we got left?
Solas would ask if anyone has signaled the elves.
The elves won't be arriving for like a round or two.
They are already
tell
dropped on
them.
They're
Yeah,
already
they, I
there,
mean, the
Okay.
first one already dropped out of spelljamming speed behind you.
Okay.
Even a simple thing like, say, combat or something, they at least know to get ready.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
I mean,
well-
you can't really easily see the second elven vessel, but it's dropped out right behind as well. Because keep in mind that
yeah.
when you drop out of spelljamming speed, they basically drop out of spelljamming speed almost instantly after you, because they're
Yeah,
moving
max
so
distance.
fast. But there's 20 hexes behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like if you were flying in a fleet with 100 ships, the second you drop out of spelljamming speed, basically every 20 hexes away, all the ships behind you drop out of spelljamming speed as well.
Braxton's gonna
Occur.
look with his telescope, and if he can't see normal-looking people on that ship, he's gonna just fire at it.
Are you moving?
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll move first.
What's the firing arc of the ballista?
So we can do 3 and get free move. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's a point. Where's the turny
So
thing?
you don't want to regroup with the elves?
Yeah, I was like, just turn around and just go back towards them.
One of the none of you guys are, unless you gotten out on deck.
No, I'm in my room,
So
so
Solas would be getting out of deck.
Yeah, well, there you go. You got
I
called
mean,
to
I'm
get
in my
woken
room
up.
getting armor on.
Yeah.
yeah, it takes you a while to get armor. on.
Right. So we're going to fire everything we can fire. Who wants to roll? What have we got left?
So one of the crew calls to you, Captain, the elves are signaling. I don't know what they're saying though.
Can Braxton send the other signaler to the back?
He was off shift, so he would be not
Yeah,
ready
he'd be
yet.
being woken up. Yeah, so... Well, Braxton's not going to run at the back because he's just ordering our weapons to fire.
Well, you're the only one with that otter signaler who can.
So we've got...
The crew is completely incompetent without their captain for one round.
We've got... No, it's not that. He's ordering people to fire weapons, so he's not going to
You
run
don't need
to
to.
the
You
back
can
of
Don't
put somebody
need
else in
to.
charge of that, and he can
You
run
just
back
say
and do a quick signal.
Yeah, you can just say point fire at that thing.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to roll 2 ballistas and the blister on the shuttle. Does anyone want to roll for them, or should I roll for them?
Yeah, you roll. You have the sheet open.
Well,
Just roll then.
yeah, I am.
2d20.
I am. Yeah, I just rolled a D200. Hang on. I tried rolling it, and I keep flipping double typing. Right. Oh, come on. Hang on. Right, there we go. Okay, so the first 2 have the 2 medium ballistas have a Thaco of 14, and let me get up the hilt. The hilt's a magical one. That's got.
It'll also be the same thing, because that one
That's
has
got a Thaco of 14.
that has a longer
So it's-
range.
Yeah, range.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, they've got a range of what? 6 hexes.
It's that per turn, isn't
1,
it?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can't fire the first 2 because they've
You
only
can
got a
fire
range of 6
them.
hexes.
You already said that you were firing them.
All right.
Yes, it goes in its predicted path. So sometimes you got to fire predictably and hope they go into it.
The magical one's got a range of 8, so that might hit.
So I'm
Once Solas
getting
gets to the
some.
deck, he would.
Okay, so Braxon will go through the ship out the back of his cabin and signal to the elves. Ship ahead refusing to signal to us and moving to intercept us. I'm assuming hostile intent. And
You
he's
don't
not going to
mention that they are ghosts.
No, he didn't.
Solas
maybe
would cast.
maybe he should have, but he didn't, and no one
Okay.
else is like down there. So
You're the
that's what-
one who saw them and let's go.
I know, but I said what I said, and I forgot to say it. So I'm not going to cheat.
All right. So the
yeah,
first 2 shots that you fired do not reach the target. They are continuing on.
Yeah.
The third one passes straight through the vessel. Like, it would have been a direct hit.
Yeah.
You see it clearly, or at least crew calls out. Firing crew calls out, "Captain, it passed right through them! It's a ghost ship!"
Yeah. Okay, so we need to take evasive action.
If that's like a.
As soon as Finn knows it's a ghost ship, he's gonna head back to his quarters, grab his spear, and then come back on deck.
Yeah, I was going to get my stuff.
Once Solas is on the deck, he will cast Recitation. Again, going to the point where I can affect most of the ship.
Mm.
All right, real fast. Leva, can you say something? Sir Light wants to be able to identify your voice, and I believe is giving you a reroll if you can confirm that, Sir Light, with 500 bits.
My voice. I'm the only female voice in the lot.
That's true.
Hello, Sir Light. Good to hear from you.
All right, so let me
And
go
thank
ahead
you for the news.
and mark down that reroll. All right. So, Braxon, are you waiting for a response from the elves, or are you
No,
just signaling
no.
it? Okay.
No, so like somebody's told Braxton that our weapons have gone straight through it, so we're going to be running away from it, trying to get around it.
Next round, all the crew will have been roused, so you can relay commands to the off-duty signaler who will take over.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll initiative, please.
Okay. Hang on. Just trying to click on the thing, so I roll initiative for the ship.
After I've
Sorry, I've got
gone.
a dialog box that popped up saying token settings. I can't seem to be able to click on the ship. There we go. Weird. Oh, that's good.
All
Do
right.
I have to be in somewhere? But do you reach the helm room, Solas? Would we know this with your spells typically?
I think it should, since I'm on the deck and it should reach every weapon, so it should also reach the helm room.
It doesn't because that's a room.
Ah,
It does not pass
So-
through barriers.
oh
yeah,
yeah.
So
I wouldn't get it then, so that's fine. I'm going to the helm room to guard the helmsman.
So the second runner that went to Ockar and then Finn would have told them both that the ship was a ghost ship. Last round.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The second runner that Braxon sent to Ockar and Finn would have told them it was a ghost ship.
Well, Finn was
'Cause
already out
he
on
didn't
deck.
send that on Right.
He,
okay.
he said
cool.
that having, upon hearing that, he was going back to his quarters.
Right. Got you.
All right, so you are up first.
So I'll be back on deck next round.
Let's see. I haven't worked out what speed this is going. We might want to swap our helmsman for the fast one, but then we still got the elves.
So Lenelius and Margoth will also be out on deck at this point.
Do remember that swapping the helmsman
know,
will
some
take a
mobiles.
round.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna heal up.
Well, I'm just staying near the helmsman in case something happens to them,
We're gonna heal up.
as I
Oh my
expect the ghost ship to fly straight for us.
We're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna go like
You just
this.
turned 2 hex phases.
I turned 2 hex phases. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Because you were facing
thought
this way and then turn this way.
All right. Sorry.
I mean, you can do that, but then you're only
No.
moving one.
All right. Well, if I'm facing that way, then it's been a bit uncooperative with me today. Hang on, let
You
me
can-
zoom in a bit.
You can ask someone else to handle movement and just ping where you want it to go.
Yeah. I want to turn away from them. I can't get the little handle thing. There's a little handle thing you get for turning. Come on. Where's the handle thing?
It's on the yellow line itself.
Yeah, actually, it should have
No,
been.
it's not
That should have
coming
been
up.
right
I'm
here.
getting.
That should have been right there anyway.
There we go.
It's
Yeah, I see it now. I wasn't getting that. Right.
Right, it was
so-
right on the line between hexes, which is
I see. I see.
incorrect.
So
that's 2 move.
that's 2.
No, you need to turn so that you're facing the actual hex.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Being
It's,
between the
I've,
hexes.
I've lost the thing again. I
All
want
right.
to.
Does someone else want to try
this
moving?
way? I want to turn facing this way, and go away from them. I can't even click.
So we were at this.
Yeah, I know. I don't
And
want
you
to be
want to
facing.
turn like this.
Yes, and then move a couple of places that way.
Like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you want to use the end of turn turn?
Yeah,
This movement turn.
let's turn back towards the elves and try and go in a big circle around it.
Yep, sorry. Got the wrong one.
So I mean, I see the symbol now for grabbing the thing, but it was disappearing away from me.
Right, no, it wasn't disappearing. It was just on the yellow line.
No, I couldn't see the box around it either. I
Did
was
you have
clicking and
the-
clicking.
Did you have the token clicked?
Yeah, I
You
was
have to have
clicking on
the
the
token clicked.
I know, yeah, and I was seeing the 3 numbers above it, but not the square and the little handle. I don't know what was going on.
All right, it's fine. If someone else wants to do the movement,
Yeah,
then that's fine. All right, so are you gonna ask the signaler to signal anything? The signaler will tell you that the elves are signaling, asking if you want them to make an attack or regroup with you or what.
The Braxon's gonna send to the elves. Our weapons are ineffective. Do they have magical weapons? This seems to be a ghost ship.
Is there a way to get the...
Oh, and we got roll for initiative. Oh, roll for
No,
initiative.
not
at
yet,
the
not
very
yet,
least.
not yet, not yet. I'm moving the ship. So
Okay. Sorry.
the stupid measure thing, when you click on it and you got like line, snap to center and stuff like that, the fact that that comes up when you're not actually measuring means that a big portion of the map is covered, and I don't want it to be. It's very annoying. Okay.
I'm glad it's not just me struggling.
All right, now you can roll initiative. I was trying to position the elves. What did you want them to do? I'm sorry.
Basically, Braxon was saying our weapons haven't affected this ship. Seems to be a ghost ship. Do they have magical weapons?
Okay. They will signal back on their turn.
Yeah.
Can we see out from the helm room?
Yes, but only forward. Well, forward to the and to the sides. It does have windows.
No. I suppose Numerio could tell me that we're moving away or something.
I mean, you would know that you would. I mean, you would have been down there and seen the ship turning and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
I think you would also feel that the ship is turning.
Yeah.
So
Could I ask Numerio if she thinks if that ship's faster than her?
She is unsure. She is unsure. All right. You guys are up first.
I think
Do
we
you want
just
me to continue moving?
yeah, please just move straight to the right.
3 hexes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to use the turn, free turn?
I don't think so because we're heading towards the elves.
All right. So your signaler will tell you that the elves are signaling that they do not have any magic ship weapons. They do have a spellcaster available, but not much besides that. They're recommending avoiding the ghost ship, and they will be veering off to the starboard and trying to make a break for the crystal shell. They have a more powerful helmsman. Each of their vessels has more powerful helmsman on standby who is not currently on the helm. That will bump them both up to SR4. And they're hoping that that will get them away, but that's what they're... That was 1, 2, 3, all right. And you can see that the other one is... Oops, no, that's not what I want. Visible now as well. Okay.
Braxon will send back to the elves. We'll get the signal to send back to the elves. See you at the crystal sphere. Good luck.
Okay. The galleon definitely seems more intent on you, but that could mostly just be because you're closer.
Yeah, so we probably want to lead it away from the elves.
All right.
Is it faster than we are?
You are unsure.
It might not be traveling at its maximum speed because you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many rounds does it take to swap helmsman? 1 round?
Yeah.
It would catch up to us by that time, probably.
Or be very close.
I think we can just do it. I think we can just do it. So, who have we got? Who have we got that can move us with? Some Fionn has got SR of lower than some of our other spellcasters. What is he? Is he 8?
So
SR.
he's level 7, so he would be SR of 3, and you have something that gives a boost of +1, so that would take him to 4.
And we got 3 at the moment, so that's only one bigger.
I mean, nothing to... One's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
Make a quick decision.
Okay. We'll
Or,
put
like,
some Fionn.
How about this? Sun Fayun, or does anyone want to volunteer? We'll put it that way.
Well, Leva would, but not yet. She doesn't see it to be urgent yet.
Where
Okay.
are you located then? I'm in the helm room. I could rather than not, but I'm also pondering I might.
In that case,
I'm
probably
hesitating.
she would probably go to the helm room as well. That if it is necessary, that there's no big back and forth running around. But at the
Braxton,
moment, she is not. She doesn't really think it's necessary yet.
Braxton's gonna send a message to the helms room. Prepare to get a better helmsman on the helm. We can't fight this thing, and it's gonna have ghosts on it.
Well, just asked. Leva just asked. Well, I just asked. Is it faster than we are? And Old said we don't know. We're not certain. So that means if we don't know, then there's no point in overreacting, panicking.
We're gonna move 3 hexes this round, and then we're gonna
Okay.
swap for another helmsman. If it's not you, it's gonna be some Fionn. And then if you swap later, then we've lost 2 helmsman spells.
So also, I'll note that if you're not certain, that means that it is probably within 1. So if you're moving at 3, it's probably at 2, 3, or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obviously not 1, and it's obviously not substantially faster than you.
Are we moving now?
Initiative.
Initiative, sorry. I thought we'd done initiative.
Yeah, and the round happened.
Okay. So again, like, if you want to figure out whether it's faster or not, you can pay attention to how much I move.
Yeah. That was 2, 3, and a 4. So it's better than us. So we're
All
moving
right.
for one more round, and then we're changing helmsman.
So Leva prepares to get on.
So that's how far we can move.
That was only 2 hexes.
Oh, was it? Okay, sorry.
Let me go ahead and get you. Let's see.
Yeah, Lev
Solas
doesn't,
is praying for Ogma on the deck.
Lev doesn't like being on the helm, but she's our best spelljammer.
So I was thinking about it, but it's like really bad timing for me to go on the helm, being right next to a crystal wall.
All right, so Leva, you're going to get on the helm now?
Yes.
Okay, so that means you're level 11, correct?
Yes.
All right, so you'll have a SR of 6 with the rudder of speed that you have. So you'll be down. So go ahead and give me an initiative check, please, or initiative roll, please.
Do you want to do it, Lever, seeing as you're on the helm?
I can roll for initiative, but just a second. Maybe better somebody else does. Here we are. 12.
As Lever's sitting in the sea by the looks of it, I'm going to start chanting a spell.
So somebody else, please move the ship.
Okay, so you have beaten its initiative. If you had not beaten its initiative, it would have gotten into the same hex as you before you moved. But the fact that
okay.
you did beat its initiative means that you are now
Okay.
faster than it. You outrun
How
it.
much? Oh, right. Cool.
So
we don't have to do this.
that, all I needed at that point was initiative.
Yeah.
And it gets very close to you, close enough that you can see the content of the crew. They're all transparent figures. You see a small group that is clearly captain and officers. They've got peg legs, hooks, eye patches, very, very expected pirates, clothing and stuff like that. However, none of them are human. They're humanoid, they're human-like, but they're a different race, one that you've never encountered before. The crew is made up of a mixture of mostly humans, an elf or two, halfling, dwarf, and even a gif in there, all with wildly different dress.
They don't happen to get within 30 yards, do they?
No,
No.
they don't.
Okay, then.
No, that would be the same hex.
Solas does a quick prayer to Ogma to hope that these lost souls will bother no one else, and that they will reach afterlife.
So some of the crew have heard stories about these pirate-type ghost creatures, and they're just called Ancient Mariners. No one knows who they are. They're a race that, so far as anyone can tell, doesn't exist anymore.
Question, Ald.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're getting away anyway, but
Yep.
I didn't write down on the note for Braxon's amulet versus undead whether there's a range. So, is that in the other turning undead rules?
The range is essentially sight, but
Don't they also have to hear you?
They have to be able to hear you. They have to be able to see you as well.
Right, I see. So it would only work if they were on board. You can't, if there's a ship in the same hex, you can't scare away some of the crew and make them cower on the other side of their
If
ship.
they're in the same hex as you, then yeah, you could do it. Because chances are they're breaching your air envelope. They're trying to make either they're about to ram, they're about to board, they're about to make a shearing attack, something like that. So
okay,
and if you're powerful enough, you can outright just destroy them.
Okay, so
his amulet isn't powerful enough for that.
Braxon will be getting that amulet ready, and then Lever's power would kick in.
Yeah, so if you were, anytime you're in the same hex, so basically, anything with a considerable range that will cross either the Phlogiston or Wild Space, if a ship is in the same hex as you, you can basically attack it with missile weapons, spells, and stuff like that. But the spells have to have at least 100-yard range, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Braxon would call down to Lever. Well done, it's working. Please, can you stay on the helm till we get through the sphere? Now you've burnt up your spells. We might as well have your ability in case we get into trouble on the other side of the sphere wall.
So it takes a number of rounds to fully escape from the ghost ship, but you do manage to outrun them, and a few hours later, you will make it to the crystal sphere wall. Leva, that is going to be one day that you don't get to research.
Yes, I already mentioned that she is very grumpy today.
I assume it would be the same for me, because it seems like we're just staying battle ready.
You could get back to research if you want.
That doesn't seem logical, though, does it?
That's up to you. You're still hours away from the crystal shell.
Well, I
Let's hope we
just
don't
did
run
my-
in. Let's hope we don't run into any more ghosts.
Question?
Yep.
From what you said last time, I mean, this was a voluntary, well, almost voluntary giving up of 1 day of research. So would you just lose 1 day?
Yeah, you're just losing the 1 day.
Oh,
Okay.
I've got a question.
Mhm.
Was it Numerial that came off the helm?
Yes.
Okay, so if Numerial got back on the helm, could she still Spelljam?
Yes.
And
but
if Lever got off the helm and went back and did research, could she come back on the helm when we get to the sphere wall?
um,
I'm not trying to nickel and dime it. I'm just trying to work
That
out.
seems like
how-
you're trying
Yeah,
to hold
no,
on
the-
to
the-
a
the problem-
mathematical equation and forgetting halfway because you had to swap onto the helm.
the bigger problem is that you do need some like magical capability to do spell research.
Oh, right. So that's
So,
gone anyway.
yeah.
But what I mean is, she could get off the helm, have a meal, and come back and be ready if she wants to do that.
Meals
If
usually
she
given to the
wanted
helm.
to. If she wanted to.
Yeah. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not telling you what to do. I'm just trying to work out how Ord does these rules.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's been on the helm is connected to the helm for basically 12 hours kind of thing. So yeah, they can get back on the helm.
Cool.
It's yeah, I mean there's not a whole lot of nickel and diming because there's nothing that anyone can do if they get off the helm kind of thing, and you can eat on the helm. I mean,
Bathroom breaks are not a thing on the helm.
You
they
just
would
need a spell jamming commode.
You would just no, you just stop for a couple minutes. It's fine. Anyway, so a few hours pass, and you do once again drop out of spell jamming speed. But this time you know that it is because you are close enough to the crystal sphere wall.
Well, if we are close enough to the crystal wall for Solas to cast detect power, he will cast the detect power.
You basically have to be right up against it with a
Yeah, I assume
first-
touching
First
your
thing,
air envelope
Brax.
has to be touching it. You do basically get back together with the elves at this point as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was going to say Brax was going to tell the lookouts to look for the elves.
Yeah, they as far as like in terms of how it worked is basically they dropped out of spell jamming speed right before you did, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
They wait for us here.
So we
I'm
need
sorry?
to
Well,
go
hold on.
right.
What was that, Ockar?
So they like waited for it.
No, I mean they got out of the combat, and we're just like moments ahead of you, traveling towards the crystal sphere wall. So I mean it's a matter of minutes. It's a matter of minutes in between them getting there and you getting there. So you do regroup, and they will be letting you take the lead at that point.
Cool. Okay, so we'll get as close to the sphere as we need to get for spellcasters.
Okay. You do not see a natural portal, so you will need to either create one or cast a spell.
Oh, the portal locates it, but I
Yeah.
don't know how far the search feature is on that. Let's see if we
So-
can find one.
So the portal locator just says it can't find one.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I think it's like what 50 gold piece diamonds. I think for to make one.
We'll send when Braxon will send a message to the elven ship saying our portal locator is unable to locate a portal, so we're going to have to create one. Are you
they
ready?
will send a message back that they have a spell prepared for that.
Oh, cool. Okay, we'll let them do it then.
It's not like extremely high level, like 9th or something.
I don't think so. I think it's.
This Cleric Porter's really high level.
Hold on a second. Am I misremembering? Give me a
Fine
second.
Porter's really low level.
Give me a second.
I mean, I could be wrong as well. I'm not.
I'm just flipping through Coaz.
I just call it like a really strong gut feeling. I remember it being a high level spell.
I mean, Create Helm is really high level, but
No, Cape Portal is 2nd. Create Portal is 5th.
yeah.
Is that for priest or wizards?
That's
they tend to
wizards. That's wizards.
Yeah, that's Wizard.
Probably doable though.
Yeah, I thought it was like 5th or something, 4th or 5th.
I thought it was much higher than that.
I
Like
think you're
7th
thinking
or
of. I
something.
think you're thinking of Create Helm. Create Major Helm is 9th.
Yeah.
Priests do not get
Priests-
that. So yeah,
Yeah,
they can.
priests
They
don't-
can. They have the ability to cast a spell.
Priest can't create portals.
Great Major Helm was 7.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Cleric Portal.
Minor
Yeah.
Helm is 6. Great Portal 5th.
Priests can't. Priests can't create major helms.
doesn't
Only
matter.
minor ones.
All right. So yeah, they can cast that spell. You guys move in close. They'll wait for you to give the signal so that you can cast any spells that
Yep.
you want to beforehand.
Yeah, we'll make
Solas will cast their Detect Powers.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I assume
So
all
will
three of
Finn?
us-
Okay. So Solas, to start with, your deity is not worshipped there, but there is an allied power who will grant you spells.
Solas feels that he is coming to civilized sphere.
Lafdul, your deity is worshipped there,
Yeah, that means my icon and shrine recharges.
and Finn, there is an allied power who will grant you spells.
Okay.
Oh,
That's actually quite interesting considering all three of us have something.
Too bad I can't check to see if my deity's worshipped here.
You can once you get a second level spells.
He doesn't have access to all.
I don't have
Brax-
access to all.
Yeah.
Braxon detects that Patar is present in the sphere.
So keep in mind that, like, I mean, there are, I mean, obviously, Lafdul, you know that the elven deities are worshipped here, but the thing about Finn is that generally, as long as there's a nature, like a neutral good nature deity, he's gonna have an allied power. So
That's cool.
he's
That's
he's
the
pretty light.
benefits of being a druid, I guess. It's like
Yeah.
kind of they all work for the same thing.
Nature is everywhere.
Although nature deities are not quite everywhere.
You'll always find a tree hugger somewhere.
Unless but there aren't always trees. That's the thing.
Did-
Remember
did
Chthon
Ockar
space?
Gotta have-
When there aren't trees, they're hugging bushes or mushrooms.
There's a
Did Ockar have access to divination?
Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
Detect Powers is divination spell, so Ockar would have
Yeah,
access
it's
to it
divination,
once he
isn't it?
gets to second level.
Okay.
Casting.
I thought
if
it was
there's
all.
not a tree hugger, maybe there's a fungus fondler.
That's what I
Or,
said.
I mean,
or
Ockar won't need to worry about that until like in terms of spell access. You can still cast it to see if your deity is there. I mean, just for personal information, but you wouldn't need to worry about it until you have access to third level spells anyway. So
It gives you a lot of information knowing if your deity is worshipped, though.
It means that
You can see
there's a lot of
allies and
humans.
stuff.
do I need to look to see if there's any more information for you? Let me actually take a quick look at that because there might be relevant information that I should be giving you. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
So if Lafdul's deity is worshipped here, that hints that there's elves here.
Yes.
You might have found the Elven Navy already.
The spell does say that I am also able to tell the alignment of the power that gives me the spells.
Oh, I should look at that. All right, hold on a second.
I will relay the information to Braxon about my deity. You should tell the other elves. I'm sure they're probably aware of it, but
Okay, yeah, Braxon would send a signal.
saying that the Seldarin is recognized in this sphere.
Well, he'd say your deity. In the
well,
sphere.
no. So Lafdul could be like, "Hey, Braxon, can you send this message to the elves?" And then you could dictate.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Braxon will send what you want. Within reason.
Okay. Yeah, Solas, I do have to give you some information. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Double check
Neutral evil deities grants you spells of knowledge. You've just got a whole lot of knowledge.
It's possible that the deity that could give me the spells would be opposing alignment, and that it would mean that I might not want to get my spells from him or her.
That is true. That is true.
Since that would also mean that I would possibly lose the favor of Ogma.
So, Finn, the deity granting you spells is of the same alignment as you. Yeah, so Solas, the deity that would be granting you spells here is chaotic neutral.
Uh-huh. So I might still cast the contact home power.
You need to learn more about this deity, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, you
You could memorize commune and ask your deity for permission, or
that's up to you. All right. So the elves, you can tell that there's definitely some cheerfulness of their response to the message that Lafdul has you send, and they ask if you're ready for the create portal.
Braxton will ask our religious people whether they're ready or whether they need to do anything else.
I can do an augury if you want, and give me a couple of runs to cast it.
Okay.
And,
That's a good idea. Yeah, Braxton will send back to the elves. Stand by. We're doing an augury.
they probably know what that is. Low level magic. Yeah. Can we expect hostile? Will we expect is that a way of wording it? Will we expect hostiles as we go through? Will we encounter danger?
Yeah.
I guess.
On the other side of the sphere wall.
I suppose it's.
And
yeah,
what's
I hate
what's
spell.
the chance of
79?
I mean, sometimes it's a little bit more easier. It's certainly easier to do it when you're about to like walk through a door
it
into a
has to
20-foot room.
really
So
generic, because I don't know what's in there. I just say, are we going to get into a fight, basically?
yeah, you can't read anything out of that augury.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like, well, that didn't really work. That could either be a terrible sign or I don't know. Oh well, I guess we go in. My deity's worshipped tonight, so it can't be all that bad.
Yeah.
Or can it? Depending on who you.
Okay.
Okay.
you
Well,
worship.
we're going to man the weapons. Braxton will send back augury inconclusive. We've got weapons manned. Waiting for you to open the portal. We'll head through.
All right. So the elven spellcaster on one of the vessels casts the create portal spell, and there is a spherical region of the crystal sphere that subtly changes appearance. You can see the edge clearly, and it's like almost a shimmering there, and the elven vessel begins to pass through.
Okay.
And then you can, that will be the gilt feather. The star acorn will bring up the rear
Okay.
as you pass on
Thanks.
through. So you enter the crystal sphere itself, and quickly begin surveying the planets. Do you want to do this from deck, or do you want to head down into your astrolabe room?
I think Braxon would initially be looking with his telescope because he's looking for ships or monsters that will attack us. And then once he's had a look, we'd head down to the astrolabe once we're sure we're safe.
Okay.
Are we
So once
gonna-
everyone's in and you've spent a couple minutes to just make sure that there's no immediate danger.
Solas would suggest asking the other elven ship captains join us to survey the astrolabe so that we all have the same knowledge about the sphere.
Probably
Yeah.
We can make
idea.
common plans.
I was going to suggest it, but not as elegantly as you put it, I suppose.
Can we signal the other ships to
Can we easily?
Come
Hold on. What
You
are
can
you
put
saying?
gangplanks.
What are you saying, Ockar?
I was saying, could we signal the other ships to come close so that their captains can come take a look at the astrolabe with us?
Absolutely.
Let's head in a little bit so we're not right on the sphere wall. Just a couple of minutes, just in case something else comes through the wall,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
a ghost ship.
you can definitely do so. I mean, like, you'll continue traveling as you are like monitoring for any attacks or any
Yeah.
danger.
So I guess we'll send the order to signal that then.
Yeah. I don't know how easy it is for them to come alongside with those gigantic wings.
It's not hard.
Okay, so we can get a bosun's chair
wings,
or something.
Well, the wings can cross the wings as well.
Okay.
They're very skilled at that kind of thing. I mean, they have to be able to board enemy ships as well, anyway. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Um,
Okay, so
and they
yeah,
can come in.
we'll-
They could actually come in at an angle.
That's true. We could all sort of go like nose to nose or something.
Once we've gathered, Solas will also use this situation to ask if he could learn the create portal spell from their mage.
Does for some reason I thought Leva had it.
Does she?
Oh, sorry, what? What
Create
do I
portal
have?
level 5. Do you have create portal level 5?
No,
for some reason,
she does
okay,
not.
Okay.
She has find portal.
Okay, sorry.
Locate portal.
That's
sorry.
probably what I'm thinking of then. Yeah, they will allow one of their mages to be aboard your ship for like a day to do so.
Okay.
And he'll probably want a couple of your spells in exchange.
Yeah, Solas is willing to trade any spells that he knows that the mage would want
Okay.
in exchange.
So you can see just upon entering the star is at the center of the sphere rather than something else, the sun, and it's glowing in a pretty typical yellow hue. Remember the last sphere that you were at had a blue sun, so these elves will see this as unusual.
Yeah.
But for you, this is pretty typical. And there are a number of planets orbiting it, but it'll be easier to get a handle of that by heading down to the astrolabe.
Yeah, we'll pop down to the astrolabe once the navigators and/or captains, if they want to come on board, have come on board.
Yeah, the captains definitely will, and they'll bring their navigators along. Lenelius, Glau, and Margoth would be interested in joining you if that's okay as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
sure.
of course, of course.
Yeah. Pretty Crompton, yeah.
It will be, but that's okay. All right, so you guys get into the astrolabe chamber and begin to survey the planets. The closest planet into the primary, it's a medium-sized elliptical Earth body, as far as you can tell. You'd put it at about size C. Next out is a spherical Earth body, size D. Looks like a
So-
fairly typical, continental world
what
with
was-
oceans and stuff.
What type of the planet was the sea-sized world?
Earth.
So the D's and
First two are
the
Earth worlds.
C's. Right.
Do you have the sphere map that we can basically all load into?
We'll get there in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it does have that second planet does have a moon as well. Further out is a cluster, not a belt, but a cluster
So-
of asteroids.
So the D-shaped one's got a moon,
The D size, yes. Has a
and
moon.
then a belt.
Not a belt, a cluster.
Sorry, cluster.
That's the third one out. Fourth one out is a spherical water body, a bit larger than the second planet, so size E. Then the fifth one is a larger still, size F, and that appears to be a spherical air body. It also has a moon. And then the final planet is an Earth flat world, size D. And that one also does have a moon. So let's go ahead and bring you guys over to the sphere chart.
So all spherical apart from the flat world and the cluster.
Yeah.
Right. And the sun. How big was the sun? missed
Sun
that.
is size H. So pretty typical.
Yep. Yeah, Braxon will tell the elves, in case you've not seen an astrolabe before, there might be smaller objects that don't show up here.
They're familiar with them. They have not seen them, but they're familiar with it. Linelius and Glau will begin to converse quietly with each other. Linelius seems concerned about something.
So
Can I attempt to listen to see what they've been saying?
So Braxton's trying to think. Braxton's saying, right, so do any of us know of a sphere that
None of
has
you
this
recognize this.
makeup?
None of you recognize this.
Yeah.
Lafdul, what is your listening skill? Because everyone else is also talking and
It's like 50
making notes.
flat.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's too much distracting. They're being pretty quiet. What you can pick up is enough to see that Linelius is checking with Glau to see if he's right on some assumptions that he's making, kind of thing. Like planetary distance, that kind of thing, and stuff like that. After a moment, Linelius is definitely a little bit paler now, and he turns to you, Braxon, and says, Captain, I have a worrying feeling about this.
Do you recognize the sphere?
I believe we're in Talaran space.
Talaran space. I don't think I know that.
Does anyone?
No, none of you. Like, the name might be like, I might have heard that somewhere, but kind of thing, but that's about it. And Linelius says, if I'm right, there's a war going on here between elves and an empire in one of the inner planets.
Right.
Oh,
So
The
Can
two
we-
elven captains will immediately begin asking him questions in Elvish.
yeah, Braxon will listen in Elvish.
They're just
Yeah,
like asking for
rolls.
details because it's brand new to them. And Lenelius is like, I don't know much about it. I've seen communiques, resources being brought in to the sphere, and I'm not positive, but I'm worried.
Okay. Do you know if there's any elven outposts that are not in the inner planets that we might be able to visit?
He points to the flat world and he says, if I'm correct, this one has elven nations on it.
Okay.
And yeah, so Anghammarand asked for a clarification that Lenelius, that would have been in what Lenelius said. He would have said the Imperial Navy is at war.
Yeah.
Do we know what they're opposed to?
Okay.
What the nation is, or something?
Braxton's
No.
going to turn to the other captains and say, well, seeing as it's been a long time since we've been back here, I suggest we proceed to the flat world with caution and assume that hostile things might have happened to the flat world rather than just blindly landing there. But I think we should go there first.
Lafdul chips up and says, I can ask Aravan. I can commune with him.
That will be useful. That would be very useful.
Since this is a sphere as he is worshipped in, I would presume he would have relatively good information about the sphere.
Can you do that today, or do you
Nope.
need
Tomorrow.
to pray? Okay.
Keep in mind that you can basically only ask yes or no questions.
Yeah, I'll just say,
Has it been occupied by enemies?
I guess, in the very bluntest sense of the term, is that is there a friendly elven power here, one after another?
So what Lenelius will also be able to tell you is that, from what little he knows, is that the Empire it doesn't fully dominate the planet on the second planet,
Mhm.
and to his awareness, the Elven Imperial Navy basically is fighting this war in aid to Elven nations on that planet.
Yeah.
And so far as he's aware, that empire, it's a slaving empire, and they see elven slaves as especially valuable.
Yeah, we're not too keen on slaves.
Yeah.
Hey, Lava, do you reckon you're from this sphere?
Grrr. She
Oh, wait,
doesn't
Alev's on the helm.
Leva doesn't know.
It's
She
in
hasn't.
the adjoining room, isn't it?
It's
Nah,
a
still
nearby
labeled
room.
the
I mean,
helm.
she could have come off the helm
Underneath.
and had
Alright.
Nemariel get back on. I mean, it would be
Yeah.
it would be near the end of Nemariel's shift anyway. So
Yeah, to be honest, Alev was there to stop us getting our butts kicked. So she
Lev
doesn't.
wasn't there at all. It was Leva.
Lever, sorry. Levalithana was there to stop us getting our butts kicked, so she could get off the helm now.
Well, that doesn't mean it may, she's still grumpy. It doesn't matter whether she got up 5 minutes later or 5 hours. But for the last sphere, she had, I don't quite remember anymore what it was. She had, she asked something, whether she got some information, whether she'd get information about herself in there, and the response was no.
when I
But
asked.
this one she
Yeah.
doesn't know at all.
I could ask as one of the questions.
Mm.
It'd have to be pretty generic, though.
Yes,
But I
no
will
questions.
ask. It would
I mean,
basically be
the questions can be extremely specific. They just have to be yes, no,
Yeah, it will be
Mhm.
like, will
or very few words.
my
Like you
can I
you can get like
can I
a
say spells?
words.
Can I say things in context on relative information that I would know, like my companions? Would they know that I'm talking about a companion that's within my company? Like if I say, "Will Levalithana find information about our history here?"
Yeah.
All right.
Solas will also use commune to clear up with Ogma if it's okay to use the deity in this sphere to get spells, or if the knowledge deity in here is somehow opposing or reckless to Ogma.
I mean, you can wait
As
until
use.
you can always like pray and then decide kind of thing. Like it doesn't.
Well, yeah.
Because you don't have commune memorized at the moment, do you?
No, but I am planning casting Contact Home Power in any case.
I'll do it that way, yeah.
I mean, you can just keep
Oh,
contact home power. I mean, you can just use contact home power if you'd rather. Like it doing it once and then being like, oh, I don't like this. This doesn't seem good to me. Your deity is not going to be like, you did it once, how dare you, without having more information, kind of thing. You know, like
Yeah.
it's
Depends on the
more
deity, doesn't it?
if you're worshiping a lawful good war deity and you get to a sphere that has a chaotic evil war deity and you're just like, hey, I'm just going to keep getting spells, yay, kind of thing. That's more when your deity might be like, excuse me, what are you doing?
Mm.
So,
Well, Solas will at least pray upon it.
the captains of the two elven vessels, they're gonna have a quick conversation. The original plan was that as soon as they got to a sphere and they got like, unless they had absolutely no information and they needed to continue on, one of them was going to like immediately turn back. They were going to take extra food from the first one.
yeah.
And immediately turn back. Now, the fact that there is a ghost ship out there, they're a little nervous about that, and they might want to wait and see if it clears the river.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they kind of feel like if there is a war going on here with the Elven Imperial Navy, that's like the sooner we get back, the sooner we can muster some
Are
forces
they-
and come here.
Solas.
Braxon had a question first.
Are they saying this anywhere near Braxon?
Yeah, there's a it's kind of an open conversation between the two that
Okay,
and
so
they would have you looped in kind of thing.
Braxton would say it's not for me to decide for you, but if we have this elven flat world, they will be able to give us concrete information that you can take back. It's not going to take a significant amount of time for us to visit there. If these spells can reveal from your elven gods whether it's safe for us to land there, you can actually get a letter from their elven navy to your elven navy with exactly what they need.
Yes, but it's
Gonna
going to
wait a
take
few
you
days.
it's going to take you weeks to get to that planet, and then weeks
Oh,
for
is
them.
it? Okay.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Fair enough.
each of these outer blocks is 4 days. Remember.
Yeah. Okay.
So Solas offers if they want to have quick report back home. He has spell that would allow, for example, Solas could give the captain of one of those ships ability to enter a dream and of someone else on the other sphere and deliver a message.
Does that even work? Because I know Dream Horizon doesn't. That's a very similar priest version, but it's also
Dream.
third level.
Dream is 5th level spell.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Because I know when the
And it can either the caster or one person caster enables can send a message through dream. They need to know the name of the recipient or identify him by some title that leaves no doubt.
Leva has it has a scroll with it.
Is that the only spell on the scroll?
No.
You'd have to give up the whole scroll then.
it'd be easier
Mm.
to copy it from a spell book if they wanted to. That could be one of the spells they would have got off Solas anyway.
So they have
Um,
some other ways of getting information as well, but the fact that there is a war, like only one of their ships would be going back, so they would still be able to like get to this planet and make contact and relay information. They have some
Yeah.
magical things of their own, and if there is still an Elven Imperial Navy outpost here, then they will have ways of contacting as well.
Yeah, Solas just offers this in case they want to send a message that is longer than just commune.
So they're actually more worried about that ghost ship out there right now.
Yeah, and also if they want to avoid risking the ghost ship or anything else.
Well, that and the time delay to get to this planet and then get back to the crystal shell. Like, turning back right now will eliminate like a month and a half of time delay kind of thing in
Yeah.
getting back there. So that's pretty significant.
Well, if they're going, they're going.
If I've got the timing right, would that mean they'd be getting back to the crystal sphere they came from just about the time we're getting to the flat world?
I think it would take a little bit longer. I think the flat world is closer than the Flottersun trip was long. I think getting to the flat world and then getting back to the crystal shell is about the length of that Flottersun trip, give or take a few days.
So perhaps we could send a message to the other ship once we know what's needed.
I mean, you could. They also, I mean, one of the Elven ships is would continue with you. So they do have some other things. Their big worry is the ghost ship and the time delay. So they're not too worried about how to convey information because there's sending spells. There's also the elves have magic of their own for some of these things and stuff like that. So they're not too concerned about that.
Yeah, but Solas still offers it and says that the option is open if you just need it.
They appreciate the offer. They kind of come to a conclusion that they are going to have the Star Acorn turn around here. They do have. They're going to wait a bit of time.
I asked them if they could wait a day for my commune, because
Yeah,
for all we know, this sphere might be conquered. And at least Aravan would tell me that there are no friendly ports on any of these planetoids.
So they're willing to wait a day, but only if you're not going to continue traveling for a day. If you're going to continue traveling for a day, then they would want to not do that. The thing is that like if the sphere has been conquered, number one, the other elven vessel can let them know that is the case. And
yeah, I'd rather them just go with more information.
Right, but the other elven vessel can let them know as well.
Well.
and they would still want to bring in a like a small fleet and try to set up a hidden base somewhere and basically start a guerrilla war kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I think Braxon's okay with us sitting here for a day if you need to do stuff, and it helps the elves. It's only a day.
okay.
Braxon
I mean,
would get Lever to talk to their people. Well, Braxton would ask, not get, about the maneuvers she used to get past them. So, did they have a high-level spellcaster that casts the create portal spell?
They do. The problem is that that's also the person that would need to be on the helm. So that's a concern for them.
Oh yeah, by the way, about the detect powers, I just read that since I don't know the date personally, I would have to contact the priest of that religion before I could get the spells from him.
Oh, it doesn't need that?
yeah, that's why I was
Yeah,
like,
power is
I would disregard that. That's
okay.
that's why I wanted to introduce Finn to a priest of Relithane, because that's how I thought it worked.
I'm not too concerned about that part, honestly.
Okay.
The fact that like because there's so much time from the entering the crystal sphere until you get to a planet, and the way around that is just a second level spell every week. It's not a big deal. Like, if you were gonna be here for like 6 months, maybe that might be a thing, but no, I'm not too concerned. All right, so
Yeah, it's got something like that for paladins too, hasn't it? They're supposed to hook up with someone.
well, that's more for the donation.
I also realised that there'd be no elven worship here if this sphere was conquered as well. In hindsight,
The elves might. There could be. I mean, there could still be guerrilla groups. There could still be isolated groups, and even if all the elves have been conquered, that doesn't mean that all the elven deities get cut off.
I thought
He
you had
did
to have
say
a
it was
temple.
he did say it was a slaver empire, so there's probably elves still alive, even if they have been conquered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have priests to maintain. Like, it's not an instantaneous thing of oh, no more worshippers, no more access kind of thing. And
It's just an ordeal to get access in the first place.
Yeah.
Once it's been made, it's harder to break.
Oh yeah.
All right.
If there's just suitable enough population that worships the deity.
Yeah, I
no,
think too.
it's not even. It's not even. All it needs, like, once there's no one worshiping a deity, then yeah, it starts to atrophy, and they could lose contact and stuff like that, and quote unquote die within the context of the sphere. But as long as there's one person, they're going to maintain access basically, unless something intercedes. But that's neither here nor there. So you guys are prepared to wait here a day?
Yeah,
I think.
Okay. All right. So you guys can get ready to change up your spells. It is about time for us to take a short break, so you'll have time to change up your spells if you want. Think about what questions you want to ask Lafdul. And
yeah, I'm writing them out.
If anyone
Do
else
we
wants
know? Obviously, one of my questions was like this: is the sphere still undergoing a war between the Elven Imperial Navy and the Empire? I guess. I don't know what else to call them, but would my god obviously understand that context? Fair enough.
I mean, your god may or may not understand the context. That's kind of gonna happen. If there's something that you know, then they'll generally know it. I mean, you don't have to worry too much about that. Like, it's more if you ask a question that could be like, is the Elven Imperial Navy still at war with the king? And there's multiple kings. Then, that might be confusing, but I mean,
Is there still a war going on between the Elven Imperial Navy? Yeah.
I mean, I'm also not going to be super duper strict about the questions unless it really matters. So don't worry too much about that. All right, so we'll be back in about 10 minutes. A good time to get something to drink, and we will be back shortly. See you in a few minutes, everyone.
We'll see you then.